folks. Welcome back to our program, Good Stories for Compassion, where folk tales and children's stories help us learn more about the good things in humanity. So in this segment, we will be diving into a good story, one famous and whimsical one, The Lorax by Dr. Seuss. So in this story, it begins with a young boy. He wanders around his empty town at night and grows upon a very tall and winding building of the Onceler and pays for a good story. So with 15 cents, his great-great-great-grandfather's snail, and a nail, he wanted to hear about how the Lorax was taken away. Onceler then accepts this and recalls his story from when he came upon a very beautiful forest surrounded by truffle trees and interesting animals. The forest was pure and brimming with life, and amongst them, the truffle trees had a softness around their tufts. This caught the attention of the Onceler, and he decided to chop one down for his need business. The need business that he had in mind could include clothes, hats, or the like. So when the first tree was cut down, a small creature appeared, claiming itself to be the Lorax. This Lorax really objected on this cutting down of all the trees and claimed that he spoke for them. So the Onceler, while hearing this, he ignored and continued to chop down for his need business. For a while, the Onceler called upon his relatives and workers to start his business, chopping more and more of the truffle trees. However, the environment became ruined and polluted, causing the Lorax to angrily protest at the Onceler's door with all the animals in tow. The Lorax forced the Onceler to see how much damage it caused for his business around the environment, and eventually sending away all the animals to a safer place. So when the last of the truffle trees went down, the Onceler's business also shut. All his relatives and his workers left him, and the Onceler, well, he was left with only a pile of stones with the words carved, "Unless," by the Lorax. Distraught by the destruction of the forest, the Onceler punished himself with self-exile, pondering the message for years. So now in the present, the Onceler finally started to realize what the message meant. Looking at the young boy, he took the last of the tree seeds, and he was very sure that he could make things better for everyone. So he gave the last tree seed to the young boy and urged him to regrow the forest from it, so that in hopes that all the animals that went away could be welcomed back to their true home, including the Lorax. So what is the moral of this story? Well, we can take three things. 1, we must respect for the environment. As we all know, in the reality, industries and economies are always going to take the environment as resources. So in that way, we have to know the certain boundaries, as well as respect that these environments is also important for the living creatures, and that it will help preserve our planet and for young future generations. 2, humans are flawed. It's inevitable. But as we go about our lives, we all make mistakes. But it's very important that we learn and grow from it, and to only finally comprehend on what our mistakes meant, as well as its impact, and try working towards it to fix it. 3rd, we can emphasize again on what the word unless meant according to Dr. Seuss, that unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. This whimsical rhyme also meant that if everyone else is looking away from the problem, it can take one person and one person to truly care and make a positive social change and make the world a better place.